Hey guys, Zoren here, and I just wanted to make a little update video for all of you and explain what's been going on both inside and outside of Airsoft. And for those of you who are a little bit familiar with my weird scheduling, you'll know that towards the end of either spring or fall, I'm kind of stumped with homework and preparing final exams, so videos end up becoming a little bit scarce. But not to worry, for the next video that I'm going to be uploading, it's actually going to be footage from a night game. And of course, it's going to be held at Tank's Airsoft and Paintball Field, and it's going to actually be hosted by the Ghost Frogs team. So I can't wait to start recording my night vision footage with that game. It's going to be really cool, it's going to be really awesome. And I'm going to try my best to get more gameplay footage of me actually securing kills instead of just standing in one area. That was a problem that I was having last time in the last video. Okay, now on to the good news and the bad news as far as my Airsoft equipment is concerned. First off, all of my airsoft guns and all of my equipment is in perfect working condition, thankfully. And the issues I was actually experiencing much early on had to do, well, starting out with my pistol here, is, well, the slide up here would get stuck halfway through me actually trying to shoot the gun. And I thought it was because the Roni kit is not a complete or a tight fit. It's not a perfect fit with the gun. And turns out that wasn't the problem at all. I just had to actually take the gun apart, clean it, put it back together, and it was as good as new. Yeah. And obviously, when it comes to the performance of the overall shotgun, I have had no issues with it. This gun is a beast. It performs amazingly, and it's just so much fun to use. So that's no surprise there. Now with my M4, my G&G CM16 SRL upgraded, I actually had the wiring rewired back to the back so it can accept batteries in the back, because the large PEC box that I had on the side over here was not big enough to hold my Butterfly Type 11.1 2500 milliamp battery. So I figured I'd ask my friend Colton, one of the Ghost Frogs, just rewire it back to the back, make it simple like it was before. So yeah. Other than that, and a few tightening or issues, as you can see, the stock is a little bit wobbly. I gotta tighten that. The gun has been performing amazingly. I have had no issues with it on the field, off the field, so yeah. Now, when it comes to my LMG, my Featherweight M249, I actually had no idea that me taking apart the gearbox to clean it and putting it back together was greatly reducing the airflow. Yeah, who would have thought? And I ended up having a lot of problems with the range that I was getting and the accuracy, or just the consistency of the BBs. Instead of just going straight every time I was shooting them, they were kind of spreading everywhere, and they were only falling after about 60, maybe 70 feet, which is very bad considering that I only have a 50-foot minimum engagement distance at outdoor fields. So I had my friend Colton take a look at it, and he said, yeah, there was no airflow inside of the gearbox. There was a lot of stuff that needed to be cleaned. A few parts were, as far as like, I think washers and stuff were missing. So he just took it apart, cleaned it up, sealed everything, slapped it all back together, and now I'm shooting about 160 to 170 feet, and those bees are just flying. And it sounds crisp when I shoot the gun. It's just amazing. So yeah, it is now back to peak performance, and I've had no issues with it ever since then. And now on to the bad news. Sadly, as I've had an amazing time using all of my guns, two of them I'm actually going to be selling, starting with my LMG, and the second one being my shotgun, and I'm going to explain why. First, with my shotgun, it's very powerful. Even though it's technically CQB legal with a 350 FPS maximum with a 0.2 gram BB, I feel like that rating is per BB. And since this gun shoots either 3 or 6 BBs out of each barrel, depending on how I set it, at a very close range, that does a lot of damage. And I've seen it do a lot of damage to unsuspecting enemy players, and me unintentionally doing that at a very close range. And it's just been making me feel bad. So I no longer bring it to indoor fields. But I'm pretty sure others of you out there are wondering, why sell it then? That just goes to show that if it's a powerful gun, people that you shoot will know that you're the one that either you're the one that shot them, or yeah, I got hit, I'm out. They wouldn't be cheating. you know, it goes to show a couple of people actually have been cheating, but you know, whatever, that's besides the point. But I just feel like it's a little bit too powerful for what it is, and that shouldn't be an issue. I should just continue to have fun with it. But then that actually goes into something that I'm going to be explaining here in a minute as to why I'm selling this and this. And as far as my LMG is concerned, the first issue that I have with it is that because of the very small LiPo battery that it uses, only at an 1100 milliamperage, 11.1 LiPo matrix battery, the lifespan that I get with that battery on the field when I'm shooting full auto is roughly 8 to 10 minutes if I just hold that trigger down for full auto for 8 or 10 minutes. I'll run out of battery life before I run out of BBs, and that has always been the issue that I've had with this gun. And my original plan was to try to drill out a hole in the back to where I could permanently extend the stock and create like some kind of maybe wooden or plastic box in the back and just slap a freaking 5,000 milliamperage RC battery in the back of that sucker and then just have unlimited or at least 5 hours worth of life of just holding that sucker down for full auto. Yeah, that was going to be the solution to that, but I figured with what else I'm going to be explaining, maybe I'm actually going the better route with getting something else. So yeah, the performance has been amazing with it now, and I've had so much fun with it, but I don't know, I feel like this other product that I'm going to be explaining to is a heck of a lot better. So yeah, I'm going to be selling both of these guns with most of the accessories that I purchased for them. I'm actually going to be keeping the vertical grip for my shotgun for obvious reasons. And originally I was going to sell my double barrel shotgun, just that along with the shells and the shell holder, because I heard about, and I also saw videos about this new product coming out sometime next year. There's not exactly an actual date, it just says 2022. And it is the Tokyo Marui Sega 12K. It is a gas-powered tri-shot semi-automatic shotgun. And for those of you who actually are familiar with this gun, it's the AK-style shotgun. Now that is a very pretty, very beautiful looking gun, and I've had my eyes set on it for a couple of months now. But a new product actually came out. I don't know when it came out, but I just discovered it this morning actually. And it had me thinking to myself, why don't I just get rid of 2 of my guns and then just be happy with this new product, since it's technically, as far as I know, it's the first of its kind. And that would be this beauty right here. And all I can tell you is that it is an AEG battery operated minigun or micro gun. And hopefully if I end up getting it, I'll be making an unboxing video about that. But I know for those of you out there be like, hey, I thought you weren't going to be buying any more guns, yada yada. Well, technically I'm getting rid of 2 guns to buy 1 gun, so yeah. And honestly, when it comes down to it, I really just want a gun that I can use that I not only have fun with, but is something that's a little bit out of the ordinary. Well, as far as micro guns are concerned, it's not really out of the ordinary. But then again, you don't see too many of them, and when you do, it's usually at an event or like for some kind of a juggernaut game, but somebody doesn't always regularly use them because they either use an extreme amount of either green gas or the giant CO2 tank for HPA systems. But for an AEG, that seems pretty usable, I suppose. And as far as the gun is concerned, it actually takes 2 LiPo batteries, so that lifespan is huge. So yeah, I don't want to get into too many details about that gun. I'm going to save it for when I actually do an unboxing video. But yes, I have made my decision. I am going to be selling these guns. And, well, honestly, when it comes down to it, I don't want to have... This is not really considered a lot of airsoft equipment. But I don't really want to have too many guns that I have to, manage and everything. And 4 is a little bit, I guess, too much for me. Honestly, I just wanted a primary and a sidearm, and I could just really stick with my pistol and my M4. But now that I'm actually getting closer to completing college, and I'm getting closer to 30 years old, and I have to start focusing on what I want to do as far as a career is concerned, I really just want to have one gun that's fun to use, and every time I bring it out to the field, everybody freaks out. So as far as when I'm going to be selling these guns is concerned, it's not going to be until obviously next year, as of the new year, because I do want to use both my LMG and my M4 for the night game. So yeah, that's just done right there. I've already decided on that. So I'm most likely going to put them up for sale after the night game. And actually, back to the Seiko 12, I really wanted to get that gun, just sell my shotgun and get that shotgun. But after hearing from a couple of friends of mine who are very knowledgeable as far as gas blowback systems are concerned, they've said or suggested that I really shouldn't get it because while it is a new product, while it is by Tokyo Marui, and Tokyo Marui is known for having thousands of internal and external upgrades for the majority of their products, at least as far as high capas are concerned, it may end up actually being a lemon of a gun if I end up getting it, and I don't want to have to go through the process of having someone vigorously work on a gas-operated system to try to get it to work if I end up breaking the gun or if it just becomes a lemon. So I might as well actually have an AEG-styled gun, even though it has a proprietary gearbox that's only specific for that gun, so no upgrades are like required and can't really do any upgrades for that gun. I'd much rather have a gun like that I can have someone take a look at it and just either take it apart, put it back together, and, you know, maintain it pretty much. That's why I like AEG style guns, and I have always had a problem with gas blowback guns, whether it being my pistol or the previous super shorty shotgun that I had, or even my first high capa. And actually, I think about it, I've never actually had a problem with my Walther PPQ. That is just an amazing gun to use, plus full auto. It's an amazing gun. So anyway, guys, I don't want to yammer on too much. I just wanted to tell you about everything that's been going on and everything that's going to be happening in the future. So no need to worry about future videos. Once I have footage for the night game that's going to be on January the 9th, set up and edited and everything, I'll be releasing that video hopefully within a week after the night game. And yeah, towards the end of the month, when I actually do sell these guns and get what I want for them, and I do end up getting the micro gun, AEG micro gun, which is actually pretty awesome, I'll have all new gameplay footage and an entirely new, unique looking gun to showcase on my channel and to just wreck everyone on the field with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this little update video about everything that's been going on and what's going to be going on in the future. And yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful New Year's, and I'll catch all of you guys next year. See you.